you guys have been going on with math. So right now we're gonna review what you guys have been working on, and then we're gonna add one new skill to build upon previous lessons. So right now, I was in your class just the other day and I was watching you guys. Seemed like you guys had a pretty good idea on perimeter and what's the other thing? Area. So which figures did we learn perimeter and area so far for?
Just a square.
Square? Okay. And a rectangle. Perfect. So just as a quick review, this will help me out too. Think to yourselves right now, is that right? As much as you guys know about perimeter and areas. Okay? Think to yourselves though. Alright. Who can tell me one thing about either of these? Rose?
In perimeter is the thing that's around the polygon, or you could say the area.
Okay, so I liked what you said about the perimeter. It's the thing that goes around a figure or a polygon?
Yeah.
Okay, and what's the difference then, who can tell me then, let me write that, about the area?
Area is what's inside of perimeter.
What's inside of the perimeter, right? Okay, so we'll say the now, someone tell me, what do we use to solve for the perimeter? Hunter?
Use division.
Division? If we had a figure, let's make it a friendly rectangle, and we said 2 and 6. How would we find that perimeter?
Oh, we would wait. I think we would multiply those two. No.
Okay, can somebody help? It's a good thought. Van, can you help him out?
They both have to be the same. So, one would be 6, and the other one on the other side would be 6.
Okay,
And then one would be 2, and the other one would be.
so we know from our rules of a rectangle that these sides are going to be equal, right? So this would be 2 and this would be 6. Now, Armin, you had a great point, but what you were describing was a little more related to area on how we solve to find the area. We use multiplication. How do we solve, what mathematical way do we use, Madison? For perimeter. Addition, right? So give me, in this example, what would we add up for perimeter?
6 plus 2 plus 6 plus 2.
Okay, 6 plus 2 plus 2. Give me a thumbs up if you guys agree with that. Everybody thumbs up on that? Anybody disagree? Good? Okay. Area. Armin, tell me how we find the area.
We multiply.
We multiply. What do we multiply?
Well,
If we had this same example.
2 and 6.
The 2 versus the 6.
Yeah.
Okay? So one way to figure out the area, Armin told us, we multiply the length times the width. Perfect. Anybody have another way of figuring out the area?
Division.
Division? How would you do division to solve it?
You would multiply everything and you would.
Okay. Madeline?
If it just had the 6 on the very top, and it didn't have any 2s, and it didn't have the other 6, we would know that the other side is the 6, but then we would have to add those 2 6 from the total that the equation gave us, and then we do that, we do subtraction.
You do something. So you were kind of getting along the lines of perimeter. What if I did this to help you? Is there another way we could find out if we did, I did one too many. if our figure looked like that, is there a way to find the area without multiplying? Rose?
Counting squares.
Exactly. So another way I think you guys have learned is we could just count each individual square, which we call a square unit. And so, exactly, Rose, thank you. All right, last thing, and then we'll get on to the new stuff.
I have a question. What if you have a really big square?
Mm-hmm.
Then you had lines here. Would you still count the tiny squares in the really big square?
So that would take a long time, and you could. So if we had a giant square Armin's picturing, let's pretend our whiteboard was checkered down like a graph paper, we could sit there and count every single square, and that would give us our area. But that would take a long time, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So an easier way, if you knew the length and the width of the whiteboard, like we know the 2 and the 6, we would be able to figure out the area by multiplying length and the width for a rectangle and a square.
So you would only have to count down and across to figure out the...
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Just like an array, right? You guys have learned arrays. So last thing, and I'll move on. What unit do we put after if we found a perimeter? So this perimeter equals, can someone tell me? Let's pretend these are in units. So 6 plus 2 plus 6 plus 2.
16.
And then what are we going to label it?
16 units.
Units. And so the difference, what are we going to make the area? If we did length times the width, 12
square units.
square units, great. And this one would be 12, say square units. All right? Got it? So can anybody have any questions on this? You there? So what if, now we're gonna switch it up a little, and we're gonna focus now our attention on just the area. What if I gave you a shape or a figure that was something like this? Think for a minute to yourself, so everybody can think. And what if while I label it, if we did 1 and 3, 2, 5. So anybody have any ideas how we could find the area of this figure? In your hand. Derek, do you have an idea? What we can maybe do to figure out this figure? Area. So we're looking for that area. And think rectangle and square. But this isn't a rectangle or square, is it? No. Rose, can you help him?
You could do addition with every side. That would work.
Okay. So if Rose did the addition of every side, what is she finding there? Do you know what you're finding, Rose? Are you finding the area or the perimeter if you did that?
The perimeter.
The perimeter. So what if we wanted to find the area though? You go?
Would you go?
I don't.
You draw like an array there, then you could times. You could.
Okay. Where are you saying draw the array?
Like
Do you want to come do it real quick? I think you have a good idea. Okay. Well, I kind of drew this wrong, but I understand. So Madeline is saying, you're saying break this up into how we would break it up, right? And then count the units. So it would be
you cut